y'all, it's your girl Alyssa, aka ChicMarieB here on YouTube and IG. I am so happy to be here with you guys filming in a new space, and I got my plants behind me, my kids. Yes, so today we're going to get into how to improve your makeup and how to have a flawless beat face in 2023. I want to show you some of the tips that I've been doing and just keeping it natural, keeping it cute, but keeping it flawless and still beat, still up kept, okay? So if you are interested, please keep watching. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not. Shout out to all of our subscribers who've been sticking with me. Ooh, through thick and thin. We made it to 10K. Thank you guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I already did my skincare routine. It is like 5 o'clock and I feel like I did my routine at like 3. So I'm not doing all that again. But one thing that I have been really big on when it comes to makeup application is prepping the skin, like separate from the skincare routine. And I will have a skincare routine coming up soon. It might be up already, but it's definitely coming. But to start off with the prep for the skin, I'm not using anything new, honestly. Starting off with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This is, I love this. I love this. This is one of my faves. I usually just take a big old scoop, and that is definitely enough. It's enough. But I always take another little scoop, okay, because I go overboard. And I'm just gonna rub this into the skin. And you wanna be sure to get your neck. So, this is a face base, moisturizer, primer, you know, pretty much everything all in one. But I really like how my makeup sits on top of it, so that's why I continue to use it. I also use this on my clients as well. I also have the eye cream, which I should have applied already, but I'm going to apply some of that so we can kind of just rub everything in together. This is the Vitamin Enriched Eye Base from Bobbi Brown. So I always like to get it under the eye, but I also like to get it on the lid and, you know, get it all the way up towards the brow. Definitely always want to prep the lips. This is the Laneige lip mask. This is a really small one. It's not the regular size, but there's plenty of product in here. Then I'm also going to just top it all off with this Laneige Cream Skin. This is a pretty fine mist, and it's really good. I've been liking it so far. And I've really been using this as skincare during the day. But I like it with the makeup as well. So while that sits into the skin, we're gonna do brows. And y'all already know, we are going to be using the Benefits Precisely My Brow. This is in the shade 4.5. This is my perfect match. Oh, but you know what, y'all? Girl, it's been so long. I actually got my brows microbladed, so I really don't have to do too much to the brows. But I went to someone here in Texas, and she does a really good job of keeping them natural and not giving them, you know, giving you like the brows on fleek. I'm going to the club brows that you're supposed to walk around with every day. Like my brows, I don't know if you could tell. Comment down below if you can tell that I got a microblade before I said something. Because to me, they give in everyday natural, okay? Which was the goal. I did a lot of research trying to figure out who I was going to go to. And I found her right here in Dallas, so that is great. So I don't have to do too much. This is my monitor over here that I keep looking at, but I'm looking at y'all. Don't worry, I'm looking at y'all. I'm taking my Benefit, and we're just gonna clean it in, fill it in a little bit, not too much, not too extra, because we pretty much already on fleek. You know, if I'm being honest, a lot of times lately, I don't even like outline my brow with the concealer, but I don't do like a full beat. Today I will be, but I haven't done that in a while. So that's probably why I haven't like carved out the brows. Because I mean, my brows I'm really happy with the microblading, honestly. So if you're thinking about getting it, I would recommend it. Just do your research and good luck if you want to get microblading. But I would say I like it. I get up and go. I clean them up, of course, but I feel like I don't even have to clean them up that often. What concealer? I'm gonna take this Dior. Cause you Dior. I filled in. So I filled in my brows and carved them out. I used the Dior Backstage Concealer in 4W. As you can see, it's not that much brighter or darker than me. This is like really close to my skin complexion. So that's what I like to do now. I don't really highlight too much under the eye because we don't need to do all that. So we're gonna jump straight into complexion now. And I'm gonna take the primer of 2022, which is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This has been a really good one for me. I've been really enjoying it. I haven't even like tried to find another primer this year. Like, I like to use my fingers. I can feel it getting tacky. I can feel me spreading it all over my face. So for foundation today, I'm using a new foundation that I've been liking. So this is the first feature of it on my channel. It was going viral. That's why I had to go get it, girl. It is the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation from Lady Gaga's makeup line. I have it in the shade 340 Medium Cool. And this is like a really, really, really close match. So one thing that I've been doing in 2022 that I want to take to 2023 with me is using less foundation. I don't know if y'all can hear that dog outside. It's using less foundation. So I'm gonna start off with one pump. Okay, and I know I used to watch people on, I still got this one pump, I'm putting it around my face. Watch people on YouTube and they used to be talking about, I'm just gonna take one pump, and be like, girl, now what you doing with that little bitty one pump? But one pump does go a long way if you are maneuvering, your prep is right and everything. So let me get a brush. My brushes are behind me now because I'm in a new home. Okay, I did move, so this is my first time filming in my new home. I should move y'all closer. Hold on. Okay, yeah, we closer now. I am taking this Alyssa Pinnacle Foundation brush. I will link everything down in the description box, so be sure to check that out. Damn it. Y'all, I forget a very important step. This. I've been using this all 2022 long. I've been putting this on the highest points where I will highlight. A lot of times I wear this by itself, okay? This is in the shade number 5, Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. And when I mix this in with the foundation, look at the skin, it's already skinning, okay? And it just does wonders, and it's a great addition. Now, I would usually put that on first and rub that in first, but I forgot. But I am nicely tapping in this foundation. Look at the match. Foundation twins. Look at the match. 340 Medium Cool. It was interesting. Okay, you can see how I just blended in that Charlotte Tilbury and the life that it's giving, period. But this foundation, I had to go to Sephora and find my shade. And I really just swatched a whole bunch because she does have a good amount of shades, which is great, you know? And I feel like that's the thing nowadays. Everyone has like 50,000 shades, which I think is great. I'm taking a little bit more foundation. So it makes it actually kind of harder to find your shade because there's so many to choose from. But I found mine, and this, my dear, is a perfect match. Okay. I haven't had a foundation like perfect match in a very long time. But now we're gonna take our sponge. I'm just taking the rest off of the back of my hand because it wasn't a lot. And I'm just going to beat that in with the sponge. So this is an important step because you want to continue to like really press the foundation into the skin so we can get that skin-like finish. So there's that. We have our foundation on. It's glowy, it looks good, it looks like skin, but our face is flat because we just got on foundation. You just don't want to only wear foundation, okay? So we're gonna go with concealer. Says, hey girl. I'm gonna use Born This Way, Bomb. But this is in the shade, a new shade, this is in the shade Cookie that I just recently got. And I'm also gonna use the Dior. So I have Dior and I have the Too Faced Born This Way. So this is a Dior Backstage Too Faced Born This Way 4W and Cookie. I'm going to take 4W first and I'm going to apply this right under the eye. You see where I have a little bit of darkness. This is really close to my complexion. I'm still going to put some here and here just to balance everything out. Taking a Real Techniques setting brush. And I'm going to blend this. Look how that Dior blends into the skin, okay? She is going to disappear into the skin just like the House Labs foundation. Okay, and it's going to give you a little bit of highlight. You see, not too much at all. I just put that there really to balance out everything because I have it under the eyes. Look at how that just blended in. It looks so good, so natural, and just so flawless. And so hydrated, okay? I have like normal to dry skin. It's definitely drier right now in the winter months, so I'm all about hydration. I will say, oily girls, don't be afraid to use anything glowy or hydrating because our powders is definitely going to set us down. And if you are using a matte primer, when you put the glowy products on top, it kind of helps control all the oil if you're worried about that. And then you also might want to look at your skincare routine because a lot of times oily skin wants more moisture. But anyway, that's another subject. Okay, we got that blended in. And now I'm going in with Cookie, which this one isn't too bright either, but it's brighter than the Dior. And yes, we not really drawing no big triangles no more under our eye because the girls had a point. We really don't need all that. Now I'm going to take that same brush that I highlighted my brows with, and I'm going to use that to bring this concealer down my nose. So not too much, and it can just sit there for a while and kind of just make its mark. And we're gonna go in and blend out that Too Faced Born This Way. Let me know how you guys like the light, and this is my first time filming here, like I mentioned. So I'm still a work in progress. So I like to blend with the brush, and then I'm gonna go in with the sponge. As you can see, like that's like what I prefer. That's like my technique. Blend it with the brush and going in with the sponge to kind to like make it seamless. Because the sponge really just blends everything in and it finishes it well. But the brush keeps the foundation or concealer on the skin. It gives a more full coverage finish to me. It doesn't pick up as much product. And it helps really spread it around. To me, you have like more control with the brush. I can just sweep, 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 you know, and we good. This Real Techniques setting brush, best brush on the market. I would definitely, I feel like all the girls got this brush though. If you don't, definitely get you one. Now I'm taking my same sponge. I'm going on the edges. And this is with nothing on the sponge. Now I'm going to take the foundation side and just press on the edges. Period. Okay, cream contour. Y'all, so many cream contour products that I have that I really like. it's like people can really do cream contour. You know, I don't know what it is. They can really get them a stick together and do them some cream contour. But one of my go-tos continuously has been the Black Opal True Color Foundation Stick. This is OG. Y'all know, a lot of y'all probably found me from the Black Opal video that I did swatching all of them. But today I'll be using Toasted Chestnut for my cream contour. This is the shade There. So many shades that I can use in their collection to contour, from warmth to like having a great undertone to right in between. I think this is a really good one for right in between. Yeah, so this is a really good in between color. I'm taking a Morphe E63 foundation brush. It's like a skinny pinched brush. Taking it on the brush. That is like a key. People be drawing. Okay, so I personally feel like the people who draw on their face is doing it like for Instagram and just of the aesthetics of it all, which is okay. But if you want, you know, true control, girl, put that thing on that brush and push it into your face. Do not get to drawing on your face, because you're gonna have to blend that out. And when you draw and let things sit and then pose in the camera, it's gonna just be more work that you're creating for yourself. So I like to do it this way because you really get more control. You don't really apply too much product, and it allows you to build it up, because that is what we want to do with any darker product. You know, we want to build it up. Don't want to go in too heavy because it can get stressful. Now you see this Toasted Chestnut on my skin complexion is the perfect cream contour. I love it. It's like warm and gray all at the same time. That's why it's my go-to. Now the way my face is shaped, I usually go across my entire perimeter and blend that out. I just changed the light. We're gonna keep going. I told y'all this is my first time setting it up in here, so take this Sephora concealer brush, the Sephora Pro number 71, and I'm taking my brush onto the cream contour, and I'm going to get it up in here because we putting this all over the eye. We're gonna take it down the sides of the nose with this concealer brush. It does a great job of getting on the side of the nose. So on the eye, easy peasy, add some color. We're gonna blend that out and make it look perfect in a minute. I love just putting a cream contour or just whatever I'm bronzing with on my eyes. And you can definitely 100% set it with your bronzer. Now I'm gonna take my Fenty Beauty foundation powder. This is in the shade 300. I'm taking a brush, I'm sweeping some on the brush, and I'm just going to pat it under the eye just to lightly set. You see the difference? Very nice. Using a lighter foundation shade just to get it smooth under the eye, because we are going to lightly bake. Ooh, bake, who is she? I know. And this powder really presses into the skin. You can see how flawless it looks. Seamless, bomb. Fenty in the shade 300. This has been one of my go-tos all year long. Sometimes I use powders just by themselves. But then we got bake. Girl, guess what we baking with? We are baking with Huda Beauty and banana bread. And we're going to use a powder puff. I got these little tube sponges off of Amazon. I will link them below. I'm just going to press it under the eye as neatly as I can. So this is kind of tedious, but it matters. It gives you a very flawless finish, and I like the precise placement because, like, if I was using a brush, which you can use a brush, especially when you're trying to hurry up, we have that in place. We're gonna let that bake, and in the meantime, we're gonna set our face. And today, you guys, I'm using something different to set my face. Can you believe it? It is not the Fenty foundation powder in 345. It is the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush flawless finish in number 3. So it's basically like my skin complexion. This, boom. So I'm taking it on my brush, and I'm going in and putting this on the areas that we did not set with powder. Our contour is still there, even going over it with this powder. Our highlight is still there. Okay, so we happy about that. But we are gonna set that contour. One that has really been really good, a really good shade for me, is the Alyssa bronzer, the LYS Alyssa. I think it says LYS, but my name is Alyssa. I spell it ALYSSA, so this is LYS. My people call me Liz. I'm gonna be calling this Liz Beauty. I'm sorry. So Liz Beauty. This is the No Limit matte bronzer in the shade Courage, aka Tan, and it is a really, really good match to the Toasted Chestnut. And if you use this on your own, if you're around my skin complexion, it's going to give you a great contour bronzer feel. It has both of those undertones. And I'm going to tap that in. This is a kind of small brush, but it's fine. Once we know it's set, that's when I go in my circles. But the tapping, you can't go wrong. It's not really necessary, but I'm going back into the Huda. And I'm gonna cut this because we're about to take this powder off. So we do this right before we're gonna take the powder off because this doesn't need to sit too long. Having this powder puff, this shape, is very helpful. I'm gonna take some of this bronzer. We're going on the eye with it. And you know what? If you was really in a rush, you can take your finger into the bronzer and set this cream contour. Like, you don't even really have to use no brush. You can rub it on there real quick. But we're using a brush today because we are not in a rush. Hallelujah. I get tired of rushing. Now, going back into the Charlotte Tilbury, I'm not really tapping it too much. I'm just taking the excess and what was on here, and I'm gonna press that in and kind of sweep that off, that bake from under our contour. And I'm gonna do the same for under the eye. Kind of like press and sweep. Now for a little extra brightness, I'm taking the Charlotte in number 2 with that same brush that we applied our first setting powder, which was the Fenty. I'm just tapping it on, and I'm gonna press it right under the eye and give us a little bit of brightness concentrated in that inner corner. Definitely not going over the whole under eye. Okay, blush. I feel like I want a nice peachy blush, so I'm taking the Juvia's Place Blush Rouge Volume 6, and it's 2 peachy tones in here. I just went up and down the stairs to get this. I'm out of breath. I'm gonna start off with this light one at the bottom. Look at it, it's pretty. So pretty. And I like to put it on the apples of my cheek, but I'm also taking it up a bit. And smiling and perking up my cheeks just help me make sure I'm placing it right. That's actually really good. Blush is usually one of the first things to leave, so I am going to add some more. And I'm going to go in with the really deeper shade. Look at that. Okay, so that's enough blush. And now we're going to melt the powders into the skin because we have a lot of powders on our face. I'm taking the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This is my favorite setting spray to melt, okay? To melt these powders in and give a nice finish. Bam, okay? So we let that dry. Please know we're gonna go in probably 2 more times with spray. I'm still letting this dry. I think that is like one of my tips that I can give as well. Make sure you have a spray that is melting your powders. Mine clearly is the Morphe. One good one is the MAC Fix Plus. Ooh, I ain't used the MAC Fix Plus in so long. That is my jam. I'm looking dead at it. I should start using that again. But the Morphe is just so bomb. Look at the finish. Look at the skin. Obsessed. We don't even have on any highlighter. The only thing that's kind of going to give a glow that we put on was the Charlotte Tilbury. Also, do all these sprays before you add mascara. Girl, I've made the mistake multiple times. Spray your setting spray before mascara. Not really feeling highlighter or too much highlight. Lately, my blush has been giving me everything that I need. But sometimes when I do a full beat, I realize that highlight is still important. So I'm still using the same one, y'all. This is a Dose of Colors Fuego Highlighter. It's probably not available, but I just take my brush and just stamp it in there. And then I'm just going to sweep. And that's like it, okay? I'm not doing anything else. Stamp, stamp, sweep. And this is the same brush that I applied the blush with. I love to get some on my chin. That is my favorite thing to do. I am gonna put some on the nose using that same brush that we applied the powder with. We highlighted the brows with this. We did a lot with this Morphe 213. So I make it like real concentrated right here, pack it in, and then I'll just slide it down. I grabbed my Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette to show you guys what I'm going to put in the inner corner, and this shadow everywhere. Everywhere. It was all just everywhere. Just got on the carpet. I just had to clean the carpet. A black, deep black ass shadow. So that just kind of blew me. So it came out of the box, broke up, okay? That black shadow. And you know, things ship, shit happens, but it ain't have to be the black shadow. It ain't have to be the black one. So yeah, I just wiping that same brush off because we're about to use it again. Since I went through all the trouble of grabbing this palette, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna take Zaz right here. I wanted to use this for my inner corner. I've been really liking a matte shade in the inner corner. You see the difference? No shimmer. Now I'm going to just take a little bit of brown eyeliner And I'm going to put some in my waterline. And if you get on the lash line, it's fine because we're going to smudge it out and it's going to give it a little bit of dimension, you know? Now, I can take the bronzer, but I'm going to just take this brown shade from the Juvia's palette and sweep that under the lash line and connect it to the top. And this is a little BH Cosmetic V20 brush. It's really good to get right under that eye. This shade is pretty. Ooh. I'm gonna take that same shade that I put in my inner corner and I'm gonna highlight my brow bone with it. So, not using any shimmers. I used to use a shimmer right here. Now I use a matte. Sometimes I still do shimmer. Don't get me wrong. But I really, really, really love how the matte shade looks. Definitely want to set the brows. I'm using the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. And you can use the flat side to get the product on there and then brush it up, okay? And it's gonna dry. So you like comb and flatten it out with the flat side if you want like that laminated look. Another product that I've been loving to the point where I had to buy the full size is this Milk Hydro makeup setting spray. I just bought the full size on the Sephora sale, but this really gives a really nice glow. Like when I don't even have on a full face of makeup and I just do like my Charlotte Tilbury and my quick makeup look that I posted, the last video that I posted, check that out if you have a very quick and simple makeup look. I still use this. Okay, we're almost done. It's so much has happened in the middle of these videos. But I'm coming back to just finish off my eyes and my lips. So one thing about the eyes, I don't really do lashes that often. I kind of want to try lash extensions. Do y'all have those? Let me know what you think. But when it comes to putting on mascara, baby, I'ma do it. And I'm going to always do it with a primer, a lash primer, because it really helps not get under my eye. Mascara is just hit or miss. I'm definitely using my favorite, the one who usually comes through for me, which is the MAC Extended Play. These two together really do me good. So I try not to put too much because you have to cover it up. It's gonna stay looking white, you know? This is how I get a really dramatic bottom lash line too. So we let this dry a little bit and then we go on with our mascara. I really like this mascara because it has this really small brush. So that's my favorite. So I like to open my eye really wide and look up into the mirror so you won't be able to really see it on camera. I have this little device from, I think I got it off Amazon, and it just separates the lash. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this because you can see it's like all chunky and I don't really like that. So we just take it and like comb it through. I'm gonna wipe off our lip mask that we put on at the beginning of our makeup. And I'm gonna do a really defined lip. And the key to that is 2 lip liners, a dark one and a darker one, you know what I mean? So this is ColourPop's BFF3. This is my favorite combination. Every time you see me, I probably had this on. So I'm starting off with BFF3. And I'm really putting this all over the lip. Now we're going to take BFF4, which is a little darker than BFF3, and really go on the outer edges of the lips and give it like some dimension. Now from here, you can do anything. You can put, you can even put a concealer in the middle of your lips, a gloss. I usually go for a gloss. You can do a lipstick and then a gloss. You can do only a lipstick, you know, but I definitely would go for something lighter. One thing about the lip liner is that's what's gonna stay on the entire time. That's why I always use a lip liner. I'm looking for something to talk on at the same time, which is not ideal for the camera. I'm gonna take this Dose of Colors gloss with some shimmer in there and just so this is the final look, you guys. I hope you made it to the end of the video. If you did, comment down below a green heart just for my plants in the bag. These are my children that I love so much. But yes, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. Give this video a thumbs up if you like the makeup look. This is what I do whenever I do a full glam and I'm popping out, okay? I still look like myself, just a bit enhanced, which is what makeup is about. Glowy and natural, radiant, not too much, not over the top. Some lashes, adding lashes would be great. I'm just not doing it because it is 8:26 and reservations are at 9. I know, late as hell, but these plans is impromptu, so we're going with it. Excited to just pop out with my makeup on. I did put some clothes on. I have on like a bodysuit and some jeans. Ooh, and some jeans, very simple. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this look. I hope you guys are following me on Instagram, enjoying the content that I've been posting, getting ready for 2023. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on my next video. Peace. Oh, my nails kind of match my lip.